Good morning. How everybody doing on this fabulous Friday, November 6th, 2020? Thank you. I'm very thankful to be alive. I'm blessed. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am Glaze Gibbs, and this is my ministry. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly about the facts of life and the do's and the don'ts, how to prevent our kids to stop making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. You know, today is like a special day to me. It's my little brother. My little brother, Juneau, Wilson, a.k.a. Sty. It's his, would have been 50th birthday. 50. Right now, he died back in 1994, June of 1994. So you sit back and think about it. June of 1994, it was 26 years ago. So when he died, he was 24 years old. Sit back and think about it. He didn't live. He did not live. But yet and still, regardless of what, as long as people that you love and care about, when they die, they always live through you through fond memory. I can remember one of the last conversations I had with Sty, period. And it's deep. So to me, I'm just reflecting. And this is a message I posted last year. But happy 50th birthday to my little brother Sty, a.k.a. KILLA, the original Eminem. I can still recall our last conversation as if it was yesterday. I was still in prison, and you asked me if you would ever see me again. My answer to him was yes, not knowing your life was going to be cut short at such a young age. You sit back and you look at that. 24, that's the year I went to jail. I became Glaze Gibbs between the age of 14 to 24. And I had guys like, my brother, Juneau Sty Wilson, and a lot of other individuals following me, Glaze Gibbs, all for the wrong reason. I'm saying to cause havoc on our community, to destroy our community. For what? Because once again, here it is. Imagine if I had the mindset that I have now. If I would have these individuals following me all for the right reason. Imagine what could have happened. What could have been done. What? He could have still been alive with a lot of others. But you live and you learn. And to me, on this day, November 6, 2020, I'm paying homage to my beloved brother. And I apologize to him and all the lives that I destroyed. All being a poor leader. A lot of times you got to lead by example. To me, if individuals are following you, you got to let them follow you for all the right reason. I had a lot of these guys. I call myself stopping them from going to Manhattan and robbing people, stealing, to get down with me. They get down with the Eminem team. For what? For the wrong reason. So I stopped them from going up in Manhattan and robbing and stealing from people to get down with me, to be part of my organization, to sell what? Drugs to the community? To kill people because of turf, territory, things that didn't belong to us? Because you want to hustle? We didn't want to go out there and get jobs. We want to go out there and get that fast, illegal money. For what? People do not understand. As fast as it comes, as fast as it go. And we don't understand that. We think we live in a life of Raleigh. We think we having a good time. But yet and still right now, for what? All that was temporarily. Okay? You get out there in that street and you trying to make it. You want to hustle. Whatever your hustle may be, if it's illegal, how long you think it's going to last? If you got a 6-month run, a year run, 2-year run, 5 years run, is it worth you spending the rest of your life in one of these, in a jail cell? I don't think so. Is it worth you dying of a violent death at a young age? Is it worth it? It's not. Look at the pain that we inflicted on innocent victims, innocent people. Look at the pain that we inflicted on our people that we love. Our mother, our father, our grandparents, our aunts, our uncle, our brothers, our sisters, our friends. Look at the pain that we inflicted upon them when we died of a violent death at an early age? How can you say you're sorry? How can you mend a broken heart? You can't. You can't. And what I'm saying is what we have to do is we have to know better and start doing better. And how we're going to do that is by joining forces. I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. I was a young knucklehead. This is Juneau Wilson again at my son's first birthday party. That's Juneau right there. This brother was like, what, 18, 19 years old. And yet and still right now was in the prime of his life. But you know what? He was doing the wrong thing. You know, I had him and so many others out there following me because of the wrong reason. Listen, I'm here to say crime doesn't pay. Why couldn't I have that same mindset way back when? Letting them know. Letting these young brothers know, no, that's not the way. But no, because I was still young, immature, out there, in love with the street. Not really understanding the street don't love nobody but the street. It's been 1,000 of me, 10,000 of me, 100,000 of me, millions of me throughout the United States, throughout the different countries. You know what? Want to be down, want to be cool, want the easy way out. And right now, guess what? Only thing come easy and fast is trouble. Easy and fast to get into, and hard and difficult and slow to get out. Catch a case and see how if you got to be in the penitentiary, if you got to be incarcerated fighting that case, how long it seems like those days just drag on. Slowly, 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 slowly. Go to trial and blow. And what's going to happen is, and you in a prison cell, how long? You in one of these. If you're the maximum security or whatever, you in one of these probably like 23 to 24 hours a day. You know, unless you're going out and you got a program, you got a job, or you're going to school. Guess what? You're going to be in one of these like damn near 23 to 24 hours a day. Is it worth it? Watching that door slam, boom. Watching them strip search you. Telling you when to eat, when to sleep. When can you visit your family? When can you call your family? What's great about that, man? Later for that. You know, even right now, look what I got. Later for that. And you know what? Here it is. I didn't realize that I say that so much that somebody sent me a suggestion that I should put it on a t-shirt. Later for that. You know what? Look at that. Later for that. And here it is. Get your merchandise. It's in my description box. You know what? The Brian Glaze Gibbs Ministry. The Brian Glaze Gibbs story. A true story of change and redemption. I also got the Brian Glaze Gibbs t-shirt. The book, Beyond Lucky. This is the blueprint. This right here is the blueprint. If utilized correctly, it can stop our future generation from making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. That's what this is all about. Here it is right now. I was lost, but now I'm found. I was lost. I was out there. I was a sick individual. And I was lost. And once again, I had my brother. You know what I'm saying? I have my brother. You know what I'm saying? Juneau Wilson. You know, and a lot other following me, all because of the wrong reason. And there's nothing cool about that. There's nothing cool about that at all, folks. Later for that. What I want you to do is hit that like button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here it is right now. I was a sinner. I had mental illness. You know what? And I had to come clean with myself. How did I become who I became? How did I become a lost soul? I wasn't brought up that way. I knew right from wrong. But yet and still I went astray. I can remember coming home, being acquitted of murder after laying up from May 5th, 1986 to June 22nd, 1987. Just before I came home, Juneau Wilson, he caught a murder at 16 years old. He caught a murder inside of Cypress Hill Projects. These young guys, you know, from the A-team side, they came to rob him. They came to rob him for his jewelry. You know, how did he get the jewelry? By sticking up, making fast money. So these guys, guess what? From the neighborhood, went to school with him at one time or another. They see him. They see him looking good. They see him flossing with his jewelry. 16 years old. So here it is, about 5 or 6 of them surrounding him. Broad daylight. In June of 1997. They surrounded him. Strapped and everything. And what happened is right now is he had his hand on his gun. And they didn't know that. And what happened is when they put the drop on him, he pulled out and start firing. And in the process or whatever, one other young man, probably the same age as he was, 16, died. Died. Why? Because they felt the art was with them, because they got 5 versus 1. And what happened is, once the gunshot started being fired, everybody else left. And they left that one dude. And Juneau Wilson right now, being young, being felt that he got violated, they try to get me, so he got them. And right now, a bunch of people around. It's a nice summer hot day in the projects. You know, you got, benches, people outside playing their music, people in the window, catching fresh air. And yet and still, broad daylight, a robbery took place, gunshot being fired, people scattering. But yet and still, they seen Juneau Wilson killing this young boy. Juneau Wilson was on a run from June 1987 until June 1994 when he was murdered. Juneau Wilson was on a run for 7 years. 7 whole years. And right now is, guess what? During that period of time, he did a lot of stuff. And you know what? To me, I pray each and every night that God forgive him. I pray that each and every night that God forgive me for asking him to do certain things, committing certain crimes, destroying different lives. I ask for forgiveness because I was a bad leader. I let him go astray. You know what? He went astray. And even right now, I'm going back to when I got acquitted and I came home in June of 1987. And I ran into him and I snatched him up. You know why? Because I wanted to get him out of New York. I sent him out of town. Why I sent him out of town? Because I was trying to save him. I didn't want him going to jail at 16 for murder and 25 to life. Even though technicality, guess what? He probably could have beat it for self-defense. But no, I sent him out of town to save him. And you know what? He came back anyway to do different things for me. And right now, I want him. And I hope that him and his family and the victim family forgive me. Because I was wrong. I was dead wrong. But I asked him a question. I said, with that situation, when these young guys came to rob you, you know what I'm saying? Despite, them, they were 16, 17, 18, his age. Right now, if you had to do it all over again, what would you do? He looked me in my eyes and he said, listen, bro, if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would still do the same thing, but I would have got them later. I would not have killed them when all these people was around. And to me, it's sad because even back then, the mentality, we grew up in an environment where as far as right now is, you know what? It's survival mode. Kill. Kill. He caught his first body at 16. Come on. Here it is right now is in a concrete jungle. He became what? He became a product of the environment. And it could have been saved. It could have been stopped. If we didn't love him a little more. If we would take him out of you got to take him out of these communities. As far as out of the, that negative environment. Getting him to sports. Getting him to boxing. Getting into, right now, education. Getting to, anything other than that project. Here it is, people just come out, sit on the benches, and do what? Gossip? Do what? Just watch people? Do what? Scheme on people? No, we are better than that. And we have to find different scenario, different situation to help our people, to save our people, especially the young generation. To me, I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. I was a big sinner. I was a lost soul. Here it is right now is I apologize for all my wrongdoing, for allowing myself, for becoming, you know what I'm saying, a monster, a sick individual, Brian Glaze Gibbs. I knew better, but yet and still I went astray. And I had a bunch of people follow me all for the wrong reason. Guess what? Listen, God spared my life for a reason. You know what? And to me, what I'm doing is I'm sharing different story. I'm going to make this the people channel. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. Let me know what y'all want to hear. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me. I am Brian Glaze Gibbs, and I am not your typical minister. So look at me. You see what this is? Crime doesn't pay. If I, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs, can change, anybody can change. Why? Could change come from within. Once again, like I say, happy birthday. Happy 50th heavenly birthday to my brother, Juneau Wilson, a.k.a. KILLA, a.k.a. Sty. Once again, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, get your merch. Everything is in the link. Beyond Lucky, a true story of change and redemption. You know what I'm saying? Get the hoodie, Crime Doesn't Pay, the t-shirt, the mug. Get your Brian Glaze Gibbs book by emailing me at Brian, B-R-I-A-N, Gibbs, G-I-B-B-S, 1201 at yahoo.com. Also, later for that. That's what it say. Later for that. Thank you.